I think this video might ruin any chance I ever had at being invited to a Call of Duty event. To be fair, I probably never had a chance. This year, for the first time in my entire life, I am not buying the next Call of Duty. I have brought every single Call of Duty game since they came out, but Black Ops 7, listen man, that's the turning point for me. I can't bring myself to buy this game. And I know what some people might be thinking, I'm making this video purely for views. I absolutely am. I love money. This isn't a hate video. This is genuinely a unsponsored, honest opinion about Black Ops 7. I've been spending the past few days playing the beta. I gave multiplayer a try. I gave zombies a go. And I just want to give my honest opinion and views on it from like an unsponsored and unbiased sort of standpoint. Listen, I've always played Call of Duty since I was a kid. I grew up on Call of Duty, but I think a lot of the people who are giving the good reviews about this game are the people being flown out to Vegas to play the game, to review the game. Bro, of course they're going to say good stuff about the game. If I was getting invited to Vegas, I'd be glazing this game. This would be the best Call of Duty in history. I'd honestly be saying stuff like, Call of Duty is so bad. So World at War was my first introduction to Call of Duty. That game honestly had my soul. It wasn't just about flashy skins or fancy movement mechanics. It was gritty, it was dark and emotional. And I feel like it actually meant something. Like even the multiplayer maps, they were just big open arenas. It wasn't, 3 lanes. It wasn't too much thought put into it. It was just cool looking maps. And even the zombie maps back then, they were just simple. They had a good storyline. The Easter eggs were fun. I think that was Call of Duty for me in its prime. And I think every year after that, I kept chasing that same feeling, hoping I would get that nostalgia. I might just be blinded by nostalgia, but you got Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. I feel like each one of those had their own identity, and I think you could really feel the effort when you were playing. You could feel the passion behind the game. Now, before I go in on Black Ops 7, there are some positives, believe it or not, okay? There are some. Listen, when you get Black Ops 7, you know exactly what you're getting. You're getting an arcade shooter, you're getting team deathmatch, you're getting guns, you're getting maps. I guess that's a positive. What I'm trying to say is it's reliable. When you get this game, you know exactly what you're getting. You know what's on your plate. In the same breath, I think that's also kind of the problem, because at this point with Call of Duty, it's sort of the same plate you're getting, the same veggies, the same meat. Bro, it's a carvery, but it's a carvery, you know what I mean? It's basically a carvery, but with a slightly different topping every year. So this year, I told myself, you know what? Maybe this one will surprise me. I downloaded the beta on day one. I jumped straight in, and listen, I'm going to be real. I played 3 games and I quit. I said to my boy, listen man, I'm bored. I am so bored right now. I'm getting off. See, I don't think that's something I've ever said about a Call of Duty game before. Like, don't get me wrong, there are some that are pretty boring. Not trying to be a hater, but this one is the first one where I genuinely just played and I was like, even when I was popping off, I just wasn't having the fun that I should have been having, if that makes sense. Like, in my opinion, I feel like the guns are very bland. The maps are very bland. The movement is somehow a downgrade from, I don't know, Black Ops 3, for example. You had wall running, you had jetpacks. This, I guess you just run in. There's no attack sprint, I don't think. But you're sort of just running, sliding, bouncing off walls. The amount of times that I've died because I think I can jump and wall run, and I just fall. It's crazy, man. But I just don't think anything, like even the maps, nothing really stands out in this game or jumps that, you want to play another round, you want to get stuck into a match. Nothing really gives off that in this game. Going back to Black Ops 3, again, man, that game felt so polished for when it came out. That was years ago, ages ago. The movement was clean, the wall running, the jetpacking. It was futuristic, it was new, it was something different, but I feel like it worked really well. It was enjoyable. Black Ops 7 honestly feels like Black Ops 6.5. Like a £70 DLC, not a new game. The UI feels recycled. And talking of the UI, there's too much UI. You're trying to play, you've got this guy here, that guy there. I think I missed the sort of clean HUD, minimalistic. The mechanics feel recycled, the hype feels recycled. Bro, I just don't think there's a lot of enjoyment behind this game. Even at COD Next, There was one guy who was falling asleep while playing zombies, and another guy getting kicked off zombies for playing, I don't know. This franchise has been a massive part of my childhood. I want to love it, but it's like watching someone you grew up with slowly lose who they used to be. For a billion-dollar company and a so-called AAA title, this just feels lazy. Like, they know people will buy it regardless, so why are they going to bother taking risks anymore? See, maybe I'm just too attached to the old days. You know, how gritty World at War was, or how creative and different Black Ops 2 was. Or I feel like Modern Warfare 2 was quite a cinematic, just new era of gaming. But there's no denying that those games had so much heart. The maps themselves were so rememberable, the weapons, the characters. But now I feel like it's just noise, like loud, chaotic, repetitive noise. And that's coming from someone who's been so loyal to COD since the very beginning. And let's talk about zombies for a second, because I've been a massive zombies fan again since the start. Nacked Untoten, all the way up to, for me personally, Black Ops 3 had the last good zombies. And then I feel like everything after that, it's like the Easter eggs, man. I'm going to say it again. They are boring. And I did give the Black Ops 7 zombies a go. Like, usually you'd play until it gets too hectic and you sort of die and then you're back to the lobby. But we exfilled. We thought, nah, let's just call it. Like, we're done. We are so done. I think it just feels like another lazy copy and paste. Nothing fresh, nothing scary, nothing exciting. Even the atmosphere feels flat. It's like they took the blueprint from the last game, Black Ops 6, changed the color palette and just called it new. That's not innovation, that's repetition. But going back to it, for the first time ever, I'm genuinely putting my foot down and I'm not buying this Call of Duty. Instead, in a few days' time, I am buying Battlefield 6. I've had to make the transition. I feel like they're really trying to do something new with the game. You know, Battlefield 3 was good, Battlefield 4 was good, Battlefield 1 was good, 5, bit of a flop, 2042, massive flop. I personally didn't get that game. But this new Battlefield 6, the beta was just so much more fun and it was different and there was new stuff and good, like really funny moments. But all the hype around Black Ops 7 just feels so forced. See, I'm not saying Battlefield is perfect either. Like, I feel like it still has a long way to go. There are negatives to that game, but I feel like it's definitely in a much better direction than Call of Duty. And I get it, there's only so much you can do with a military shooter. COD has been to the past, the present, and the future. They've done space, they've done boots on the ground, they've done Cold War, Modern Warfare, and I guess everything in between. But what actually is left? What can they really do that's different? Maybe it's not their fault anymore. Maybe the problem is that we've just seen it all before. But when a franchise reaches that point, you either reinvent yourself or you fade out slowly. And I think Call of Duty might finally be fading. Look, this isn't me hating on COD. Like I say, I've always loved a good Call of Duty game. But this is me being completely honest with a non-biased opinion. No one's got a blicky to my head telling me I have to say good things about the game. Listen, I ain't sponsored. Call of Duty definitely ain't sponsoring me after this video. I could easily have played the beta, played the zombies, and hit record and just said how amazing it was and I've had the best time and this COD's so different and it's revolutionary, but I just can't do that. It's listen, man, I wasn't raised like that, okay? When I was playing this game, I was not having fun at all. I was genuinely bored, and that is something that I never thought I'd say about a game that was such a big part of my childhood. Maybe one day they'll find that magic again. Maybe one day we'll get a COD that feels like World at War or Modern Warfare, the original ones, by the way. Something raw, something real, something actually passionate. But until then, I think I might be done. So yeah, that's my honest, unsponsored opinion on Black Ops 7. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything, or I'm not going to say what Activision wants people or you guys to hear. I'm just here to tell you how I felt playing it this year round, my experience, my thoughts. So I guess you're welcome for the honesty. I know it's a little bit negative. I'm actually quite a positive person. I like to keep positive about so many things, but My God, I'm sorry, this game. But let me know what you think. Are you still buying it, or are you skipping this one like I am? I think this might be the start of a new era in gaming, where we stop settling for recycled games, recycled content with the big flashy price tag. And I think we need to start demanding better, because the money we're paying for these games is insane and we're just getting absolute slop. Thank you for watching. Drop a comment, your thoughts on the Black Ops 7 beta. What are you feeling? Are you getting it? Are you getting Battlefield 6? Let me know. I'll see you guys in the next video.